So now that we officially know what the next generation Nintendo Switch 2 is going to look like, we're pretty much finally free from the leaks when it comes to describing the system, from what it's going to be like with its Joy-Cons and the screen and stuff like that. There's still some other leaks that can obviously happen, like in terms of pricing and how much it's going to cost and when it's going to come out with the release date and everything, but there is still another big thing to talk about, and that's leaks for upcoming games, and that's what it seems like we might have here today. Now, of course, Nintendo has officially already announced an April 2nd Nintendo Direct that's going to be focused exclusively on the next generation Nintendo Switch 2, so more than likely the big announcements and the crazy reveals for upcoming games on this next generation system and everything are going to be happening on this day, so this is definitely the day to look forward to in terms of official announcements from Nintendo themselves. But obviously, as we get closer to that day, there's gonna be more and more little tidbits and things coming out, because there's no way that you can expect to get all the way until April 2nd now and not have a single piece of like real information get out. And I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna see like stuff about pricing and things happen too. There's probably gonna be some store in the world that like uploads the pre-order website and stuff early, and we get to find out how much it costs before the announcement from Nintendo themselves and everything. But today it seems like we might have a little tease and perhaps an indication for some upcoming games that could be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. So this is coming from a website known as Newegg, and it's a fairly big website. They usually sell like tech products and video games and consoles and things like that. I actually checked this website pretty often when I was trying to get a PS5 when they were like completely unavailable and you couldn't find them anywhere. This was like one of those websites that not many people would really think about checking, so you can find some pretty cool things here. And one of the things that they sell is, of course, gift cards for the Nintendo eShop. And recently, it seems like somebody was able to discover that on the Newegg page for buying a Nintendo eShop gift card, they have like a bulleted list here of some of the information about like stuff about the card and things, but they actually talk about some of the upcoming games that are going to be coming out in 2025 that you could perhaps use this card on. And that's when it gets really kind of interesting, as if we take a look at this image right here, it's highlighted, it says right here, 2025 games, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, new 3D Mario, new Mario Kart, a Legend of Zelda remake/remaster, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Pokemon Legends ZA. And so of course, most of those are absolutely correct in terms of 2025 games. We know that there's going to be Pokemon Legends ZA coming out this year, Metroid Prime 4, we know that there's going to be Xenoblade Chronicles X, so all of that is true, except the other things that it mentions here, which is a new Mario Kart, which is also very likely now because we already saw that teased inside of the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal. But the last two things is where it gets really interesting, as it says a new 3D Mario and a Legend of Zelda remake or remaster. And so of course, after hearing this, everybody started going crazy as, wait a minute, these could be in fact Nintendo Switch 2 games that somehow ended up just getting leaked, as maybe Newegg kind of had some inside information about it. So it does kind of make you wonder, because I do think that a brand new 3D Mario is extremely likely to be coming out this year. It's literally been so long since Super Mario Odyssey came out back in 2017, and with a brand new next generation Nintendo Switch coming out this year, if it launches with Mario Kart on day one, I still think like around holiday time this year, October or November, having a brand new 3D Mario game come out right around that time makes perfect sense. So I do feel like it just makes a lot of sense to think that there's probably going to be a new 3D Mario coming. And with how it also mentions how there's a Legend of Zelda remake or remaster, that also makes a lot of sense as well, because Nintendo themselves have already said that they want to try to have some type of Zelda content every single year, and for the most part they've been really good at doing that. Like last year we had Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, the year before that we had Tears of the Kingdom, other years we had things like Skyward Sword getting a remaster, we've had like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, so there's been a lot of Zelda content on the Nintendo Switch, and obviously with a next generation Nintendo Switch 2 coming out, it would be really nice to have some type of Zelda content year one on that system too. But at the same time, it's going to be like impossible to have like a Breath of the Wild 3 available like within the first year of the system, because they just finished Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm sure it's going to take them a really long time to make another giant 3D Zelda game like that. However, the possibility of getting a remake or remaster of an older Zelda game is definitely up there. And so there's definitely a few options here for what they could do when it comes to a Zelda remake or remaster. One of the biggest things that people have been asking for to come to the Nintendo Switch for the longest time is Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD from the Wii U, but they could obviously make those into like 4K versions or something if they want to bring them to the Nintendo Switch too. There's also people who have been asking for like the Oracle games, I think from the Game Boy, to get remade too, so there's a possibility that they could do that. And then obviously one of the biggest things that people have been talking about for a while is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time getting a full remake in HD from the ground up. This is what would make me lose my mind the most, because Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite video games ever, and so to see like a full remake of that game from the ground up in HD on a next generation Nintendo system, that would just end me. Now, I do want to just mention that it is possible that these could also be for the current Nintendo Switch as well, as they have a mixture of games here with stuff like Pokemon Legends ZA and Xenoblade X Definitive Edition and Metroid Prime 4, which are all still confirmed for the Switch 1, but then it also mentions like a new Mario Kart, which is probably going to be for the Switch 2, but then again, that also means like the new 3D Mario game and the Legend of Zelda Remake and Remaster could also be for Switch 1 or Switch 2. It doesn't specify. I'm guessing for the 3D Mario though, it's probably going to be for the Switch 2, because I feel like having an entire new 3D Mario on the Switch now doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it would be perfect to have that on a next gen system, which is coming out this year. But then for a Legend of Zelda Remake or Remaster, it could be possible that that's cross-gen and it could be on both systems. Maybe it could only also just be on Switch 1 and then you can just use backwards compatibility to play it on Switch 2, or it could be exclusive to Switch 2 as well. We really have no idea. And of course, when articles started coming out about this and people started talking about this, Newegg did end up removing this part of the description from their website. So if you go to the eShop card now, it doesn't mention anything about a new 3D Mario or a Zelda remake and remaster. So people have two different versions of this. One version is that Nintendo reached out to them and said like, you can't be talking about this, remove this from your website right now. And the other one is that maybe Newegg or somebody just didn't know, or they kind of just put this there to kind of get some publicity, because obviously now everybody's going to be going to the Newegg page. Maybe some people ended up buying this eShop gift card, so it definitely gets a lot of people talking about Newegg, so it's possible they could have just made this up to get people to go to their page, so we really don't know. But then again, I feel like the possibility of a new 3D Mario and a Zelda remake and remaster also coming out this year just seems pretty likely to begin with. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. I'm definitely gonna have some more videos talking about the Switch 2, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this. Do you think that there is going to be a new 3D Mario coming out this year in 2025, as well as a Zelda remake and remaster? Which game would you like to see get remade or remastered? What do you think it's going to be for? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about it, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.